You know, as he went on to say, you know, this is Mr. Moore speaking, you know who you are. Because he's saying that, you know what I'm saying, that we are the ones that's funding Netanyahu's slaughter on the Gazan people. You know what I'm saying? And we know, and he's saying, you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? And you know what you have to do. You must have thought it. You must have thought it. Yeah, you must have thought about it. I guess he's saying you must have thought about it. You must have thought about it. You know what I'm saying? During the mass on Easter, he said, I don't celebrate either one. Public opinion is completely against this ethnic cleansing, and that's right. You know what I'm saying? In all ways that one. You know what I'm saying? We have to start standing up for what we believe in, and or what we know. You can forget to believe what we know, all right? And start to move towards that type of gravitational pull of our people based on the nonsense that's going on in our planet. You know what I'm saying? We cannot allow these people to just dictate how they're gonna run our shit and so on and so on and so on. You know what I mean? We have to start to make sure that these candidates and these people understand that you're not dictators in a free state. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what they want to do. They want total control and dictatorship of your life in all ways. If you could see the many different things that Biden signed that was allowed to be signed against the American people, you would be shocked. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to this digital currency and all spying on Americans and all types of shit. This is the demon Democrats because when they do bullshit or about to do a whole bunch of bullshit, they sign all kinds of law, including Article 2.13, the quarantine laws that, you could be just identified, walk in a grocery store, you know what I'm saying, and, you got hay fever, you know what I'm saying, and you sneeze, and somebody go and call on the phone and say that you got the virus, and then they come and pick you up and quarantine your ass and shoot you up with all kinds of poison anyway. But at the same time, we see Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is on the scene. That's right. He said, Robert Kennedy Jr., from what I'm seeing here, stepped on the scene, you know what I'm saying, like the Kennedy machine, you know what I'm saying? But we see here with Mr. Robert Kennedy Jr., you know what I'm saying, say he can make an argument that the creep Joe Biden is 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 greater threat is a greater threat to democracy than Trump. You know what I'm saying? This is coming by um, Nick Robertson or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I guess what there go. You know what I'm saying? Independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy. That's right, Mr. Independent. Robert F. Kennedy said Monday that uh, Pete Joe Biden, the wannabe cheating ass president, fucking tyrant, may be a greater threat to democracy than the president himself, Donald J. Trump, citing that citing his own legal battles against the Pete Joe Biden administration over social media censorship. Oh yes. Kennedy said in a CNN interview with Ern Burnett, I guess it's Ern Burnett on Monday that he could make an argument that Pete Joe Biden, a wannabe so-called cheating his ass in our government tyrant president, is worse, although he acknowledged that Trump is also a threat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a threat against your criminal organization, probably. You know what I'm saying? Talking about he's a threat. Pete Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying, the wannabe so-called Crooked Joe, is a much worse threat to democracy, he said. And the reason for that is that Pete Joe, you know what I'm saying, Crooked Back Crooked Joe, is the first candidate in history that that first president in the candidate in history, the first president in history that has use the federal agency to censor public speech. Mr. Kennedy, beautifully and well said. Well said. Even though it seems simple in its matter, or we have heard it before 1,000 times, yada yada yada, in the conspiracy, he is telling the truth, and Robert Kennedy is speaking the truth. There is no other way for him to say it. You know what I'm saying? And he said it very well. Let's go back and look at Mr. Kennedy's words. Mr. Kennedy said, he said, Creep Joe, Crooked Back Joe, you know what I'm saying, is much worse, is a much worse threat to democracy. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop right there. But listening to Creep Joe, Kamala, Creep Joe, remember these people cheated their way into your election. They didn't win legitimately. They cheated because they had an agenda. That agenda must, that agenda was the agenda to put in place, you know what I'm saying, a attack on whatever you call democracy. It was an attack on that. So if democracy or democracy or whatever you call it means anything good in any shape or form as far as the country is concerned, he attacked it. Joe Biden did. Yes, he did. Because they had to attack that with with using the federal government to censor political speech. That's an attack. That's not what the Constitution said. So he even attacked the Constitution as well. Don't you see this president is crooked before he motherfucking took it? When your bitch ass gonna wake up, stop talking demon democratic or bullshit. Even if you was to vote for a Democrat, find a good one, you jackass. And I wish you luck, probably. You know what I'm saying? Since you like to use that statement, I wish you luck. Like what that gonna do when I'm in trouble and need in peril of real help right now? And you give me some shitty answers and send me on my way, and as I'm walking out, you gonna say some bullshit like, good luck. Yeah, fuckhead. Hmm. So he used the weaponization and he used the federal government to censor those words because he had to censor it. He had to destroy your constitutional rights. He had to censor your demon market or whatever it is in order to make sure that he was able to put into place the different executive orders and things that he's going to put into place and don't want nobody saying nothing about it. So the censorship told you in more ways than one, America, shut up while I fuck you in the ass. Not gay, state a figure of words of speech, and I hate to use it. Fuck you in the ass with no grease. Raw dog. And probably a whole bunch of your cooking motherfuckers probably down with that bullshit for real. I'm a cocksman to get that fucking straight. You know what I'm saying? I'll knock out 20 of them if I have to. I'm a king. You know what I'm saying? And I rule upon my throne. You know what I'm saying? And you need to do the same. Maybe this will open up your mind a lot more. But when we look at Kennedy's statement here, when he said, you know what I'm saying, that, you know what I'm saying, that the reason for the creep Joe Biden crooked back want to be president is because he is the first candidate in history. The first candidate in history. Listen to this. You know what I'm saying? The first president in history that has used the federal government to censor free speech, political speech. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. Over something that they cooked up between him, Anthony Fauci, and Bill Gates and the rest of whoever in the deep state out of bullshit. Barack, you know what I'm saying? All of them. They wanted to put this stuff in people. You know what I'm saying? How many people feel real good that they did it right now? Is the question I'm asking. And it's not a sarcastic question. It's a question of high concern. It's a question of high concern. Same thing I'm asking when it comes to your vote. You know what I'm saying? That is of high concern because you keep on putting the same tyrants in government, in the power seat, on the seat of power in the United States as a president is concerned, and he's doing nothing but garbage, sweet talk, sweet reverse psychology, propaganda, you know what I'm saying, and even wordplay in your ass. Been doing it for years while he do the bullshit he do. Kennedy is suing the creep Joe Biden wannabe so-called administration over the administration request that his social media account be rejected in 2021. That's right, Mr. Kennedy. Bring that suit with the fire. And y'all must back up Mr. Kennedy in all ways. Whatever support he needs must be given. See, in order for you to achieve certain things, if you're not going to go out there and do it yourself or be the candidate that's going to run for the office, then you must support that candidate in all ways that he gets the necessary support. Because if he's going to do the right thing, don't you think that they're going to try to bankrupt him, crack him in the head, criminal charge, rape, murder? They're going to try every fucking trick in the book. They're going to say anything just about out there. Or the next thing, he's going to be a racist. He's gonna be blackballed because he's a racist. Can we go back to he's a racist? They're gonna, and even if you're black, they're gonna say the same thing. Don't think it's just Trump, but get your fucking head out your nuts. You know what I'm saying? If you was black, they're gonna say he was racist, he was this, he was a criminal, he done do this. They're gonna dig into your business. They're gonna find this. They're gonna find anything to blackball your ass and hung your ass up all the way up to the election time, such as we see with Donald Trump. Isn't it evident why they're saying he's going to do this and he's a threat and this and that and the third and the fourth, Mr. Kennedy? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, we still have to look at the chessboard in the game that is played, because many niggas is out there, because I don't see no presidential candidate for for black people in the White House. I see a lot of senators and different things like that, but many of them are on the take and corrupted as well. You know what I'm saying? They're crooks. Which one of them you could honestly say is 100% honest? I wish you would show it. Show me a squeak clean while you at it. But Mr. Kennedy is suing the administration, you know what I'm saying, because that his social media was supposed to be moved, saying that the posted misinformation. Notice how they keep saying misinformation. Misinformation is a word used to psychologically make you believe that the person that's saying it is not the person that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you run a propaganda type bullshit, the truth becomes a lie, or shall we use their shitty biblical term? You know what I'm saying? A sin is okay. You know what I'm saying? But the righteous isn't. The sin is okay, but righteousness isn't. Same thing in the other way. You know what I'm saying? They're going to use sweet words and all types of shit to make you believe in what they're saying. But at the same time, when they say misinformation and disinformation, that's coming from them. But they're going to say it's you, because the truth is a lie, and their bullshit, criminal, sin, killing and murder and genocidal behavior and child sacrifice and child pedophilia and all type of shit is being hidden behind the fact that they're throwing the lies off on the righteous or the people that's speaking the truth. So you look at them and not the people who's actually telling you the lie, actually wham bam tanking your man is such a life saving and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? To make you follow them. It's simple mathematics. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the misinformation, claiming that baseball legend Hank Aaron died from complications of COVID vaccine. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Hank Aaron, huh? Which is not true. You know what I'm saying? According to the medical experts. Well, I'll leave that one up to you, because Mr. Hank Aaron is no longer here. You know what I'm saying? To speak for himself. You know what I'm saying? He won an injunction on the case last month, but it was stayed to await a pair of Supreme Court cases ruling on executive branch, a branch authority, a branch authority to urge social media censorship brought by the GOP Attorney General. You know what I'm saying? The Supreme Court has heard heard oral arguments for two social media cases last month, which claim that the Joe Biden administration, White House illegally, coerced social media companies to censor accounts because they were spreading misinformation. See, so they attack social media using the federal government to make sure that everybody that's telling the truth, say becomes a conspiracy theorist, a liar, don't know what the fuck he talking about, and a straight bald headed fruit bowl not, which is not true in no shape or form. Because many of the information that was censored, even during the election and the pandemic itself, were good information that needed to come out even during the election as to the trueness of the votes all across the state. We didn't see all the votes across all the states. In itself, that was truly counted and all this and that. So we don't even know about whether or not that can be or not be or what is, but we do know that it's not right, and it was definitely cheated in some and many ways of form. You know what I'm saying? So when you see them saying they're spreading misinformation about COVID, because COVID was their biological attack on the United States. For some reason, the creep Joe Biden and his administration, Obama, Bush, all of them, Hillary Clinton, Michelle Obama, and many others, are involved in a conspiracy to destroy the United States and the United States citizens. Until you understand that this has nothing to do with favoritism or emotion over demon Democrats or Republicans. This is not that, because the demon Democrats is always going to find a way to justify in the eyes of people, they're going to find a way to corrupt the Republican Party, in itself, to make sure that when election time come around, they always the bad guy or look bad. You know what I'm saying? That's another form of what I just told you before, by taking and reversing the psychology where the bad is looking at those that might be doing good, to look at them and have the public look at them as if they're the ones doing the bad, and the demon Democrats are doing everything to save you, when they're the ones actually doing the most and horrific bad. You know what I'm saying? But using reverse psychology to put the blame on someone else while they give you that bullshit ass sing and dance, lying ass speech. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where we have, in more ways than one, we see here where you, the Supreme Court has heard the oral arguments on this case. You know what I'm saying? Accounts, because they were because they were suspend spreading misinformation about COVID-19. We weren't spreading no bad information about COVID-19. We were spreading true information, because, first of all, no information truly came out on COVID-19 except a rush job, and that was it. That's all the information we got, a rush job. So that tells you right there that something is wrong. And for him to sign into law Article 2.13 of a quarantine law that states that you can lock up anybody you want to at any time, is Gestapo. And that is why he put that into place, because he wanted to make sure that the misinformation, people who was telling the misinfo truth, you know what I'm saying, can be locked up and quarantined for the rest of their life in Sagula camp while they shoot them up and experiment on them. But you know what I'm saying? Because he's never proven that the certificate of vaccination identification 19 is actually not true. This is another one. He called it misinformation. So misinformation is anything that they say it is, and when the truth is revealed or an investigation of truth that is put forward, is going to be shut down, because they want their agenda to go through, and they want to slam bam, thank you ma'am. That's why everything was done in such a rush. You know what I'm saying? And the people should have thought more better about what's really going on what is being attacked on you biologically, you know what I'm saying, rather than jump and say everybody else is wrong before you check out both sides of the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge the book by the motherfucking cover, you stupid motherfucker. You must start to wake up to facts. You're too busy worrying about who's telling you, hmm, in your community that you know this person for many years and have always probably been saying that he's retarded, he's crazy, but you never stop to think maybe that he is not. So you jumped the gun and ran to them. Now, tell me, how well do you feel? Now, Kennedy, because there's probably going to be a bunch of y'all around the boat because them hospital ambulance are moving every day. I see that. They're flying around every day. I guess y'all dropping off like flies because whatever they did to you is now putting you solely to sleep, just like a dog. You know what I'm saying? Kennedy argued that the alleged censorship makes Joe Biden the greatest threat, and he's right. And he's right, 100%. You know what I'm saying? I can argue that creep Joe Biden, wanna be cheating ass pedophilic Biden bitch, is the greatest threat because the First Amendment, uh, uh, Aaron, is the most important. That is also true. The First Amendment is the greatest. I mean, the First Amendment, you know what I'm saying, from what he's saying, to I guess his name is Aaron, you know what I'm saying, Erin or whatever, is the most important. The First Amendment is the most important. He said Adams, Adams and Hamilton, you know what I'm saying, and Madison, you know what I'm saying, said we put a guarantee of freedom of expression in the First Amendment because all of our all of our other constitutional rights, you know what I'm saying, depends on it. That's 100% true. Yay! Oh, I knew you had that Kennedy in you. I knew he had it in him. Oh yes, that's a Kennedy right there. Woo! That boy is fire. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how you put it. You know what I'm saying? His father would be proud. You know what I'm saying? It always got this man is hitting it on the nail head like a mug. You heard what he said in this matter? He said, I can argue that Joe Biden is a greater threat because the First Amendment, Mr. Aaron, or whatever your name, is the most important. He said Adams, Hamilton, and Madison said a we put this is what all three of them said. We put a guarantee of freedom of expression in the First Amendment because all of our other constitutional rights, you know what I'm saying, depends on it. Especially the one when I talk about the power of the people in the Constitution, fool. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The comment attacking Creep Joe Nutcase broke back Biden comes as the president and the even Democrat increased criticism of Kennedy as concerns raised over his possible impact on the 2024 election. Well, he should be making a hell of an impact because his father and his brother, but he's not living in their shoes. This is Robert Kennedy Jr. speaking for his goddamn self. So you back the fuck up because Trump ain't the only candidate in the world. He is just the strongest one that we have in the Republican Party at this time that was trying to do something, so that was doing something more so right. You know what I'm saying? But we also have Robert Kennedy, he was a demon Democrat, I believe, but now he's an independent, which I respect that on all ground. You know what I'm saying? But he is speaking the truth by all means. We must examine this more carefully of Robert, Mr. Robert Kennedy Jr. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And he must place an impact on the election, because we got to let these two clowns know that if you don't come correct, you know what I'm saying? We know Creep Joe Biden is definitely a clown and he got to go. You know what I'm saying? And we know that Trump is doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Sorry about calling him that in a sense, but we want to see more, and we must examine both and all of these candidates, and we must be watchdogs and true investigators down to the nitty and the gritty. You know what I'm saying? But while Mr. Kennedy is not, you know what I'm saying, a, is not in contention to win, you know what I'm saying, any state in November, demon Democratic analysts fear he could take votes away from Creep Joe in key states and lead to key states and lead to a Trump victory. Well, maybe that should be. Isn't that what you do on the chessboard? Mm-hmm.